Hello everyone, I'm Brian McCormick. You're watching MTG Rocks. Do you love control decks? Do you like mono blue? Well, I've got a good deck for you. This is for the counters format only on MTG Arena. This is not a standard deck. So this deck uses Benthic Biomancer, which has a nice adapt 1 ability, and whenever you put counters on it, you can draw a card and discard a card. Because we get to proliferate every turn, this means we can keep drawing and discarding cards and filtering our hand quite nicely. And it is a wizard creature type, which is quite useful. We've also got card draw with 2 Commence the Endgame, and it gets to amass X, where X is the number of cards in our hand, which is pretty great. For our removal suite, we've got Syncopates, we've got Essence Capture, which we can use to put the counter on Biomancer without tapping out to do so. We've also got Negates, and we have 4 Wizard's Retort, which costs 2 with the Biomancer out, and 2 Sinister Sabotage, which gives us some Surveil. We've got a lot of bounce, because bounce is good in the counter format because it resets all of those counters that are on creatures. 4 blink of an eye, 4 Callous Dismissal, and a 2 Rivers Rebuke, which sets everything from their field back into play. Rivers Rebuke is a key card in this deck. It just wipes their board and lets us attack with a giant zombie for the win. For our mana base, we've got 4 Blast Zones, which just helps deal with opponents' permanents that resolve that for some reason we weren't able to deal with otherwise. So that is the blue counter deck, and so far I've played about 5 games with it and won all 5, so I'm pretty confident that this is a good deck. So we'll see how we do in this playtest, whether that'll keep up or not. If you are interested in other decks for the counters format, I do have a mono black artifact deck on YouTube, and I also uploaded a Merfolk aggro deck as well. The Merfolk is a good aggro one, and the mono black one is a good anti-aggro deck. And if neither of those are your style, then we have this one for control. Alright, quite nice with 2 Entrancing Melodies. That's going to let us gain control of our opponent's zombies. Okay, well, our opponent might be being a nice guy and trying to give us to 10 wins, but yeah, we've already got, how many? 65 wins. So we don't really need that. We've already got all our wins. We're just playing for fun. That's what Magic is about, playing for fun. I don't have to play, I don't have to get my rank up. I don't have to play standard, ranked. Just do what format you like. Alright, 2 Benthic Biomancers, Entrancing Melody, seems fine. Edmund Dantes, where is that name familiar? Is that from the Counting Monte Cristo? The classic book? I think that's the name. Okay, wow. Alright, the island was too much for him? Let's try and get an actual game going here. Not as good as the other hands, but we'll keep. There gets another blue deck. Interesting. So no counters in here, but we do have Entrancing Melody next turn to steal a zombie. That'll be a nice double up. Could steal the Skydiver as well on turn 4. Oh. Well, that works. I will take that, sir. So we might be playing against the Merfolk deck, which is one that we featured earlier. Ah, he's using the tech. Yeah. He's using the tech. Alright, well, slightly amusing. We do a blink of an eye next turn to bounce the Skydiver and draw a card. We could Callous Dismissal it as well. sleep. Good tech. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to draw. Yeah, another land is useful. We are close to playing River's Rebuke, so. Oh, any scoops? Yep. Entrancing Melody is really good. Our opponent realized that. Sleep is pretty good in this format too. So our opponent is running Sleep. What I ran in my Merfolk build was the it was a Convoke card that prevents all combat damage for the turn. The reason why I like that one is because I can play it for 0 mana, and it just lets me dump my hand and not worry about a lethal attack. Sleep is a better card when you cast it, but you do have to pay 4 mana for it, so it can slow down your tempo. We get to go first, which means the Syncopate will likely get value. Of course, there are a lot of 1-drops, but you don't usually want to play 1-drops, you know, unless you're like mono green, playing like Cult Collectors. Which is fine, we've got Blast Zone. We won't reveal that we have Blast Zone at the moment. So now we can Syncopate whatever he plays. If it's 2 mana. Alright. So we get, well, counter that unless he pays 1. I guess we can reveal the Blast Zone now. And we got Wizard's Retort available on his turn. Alright, Unbreakable Formation, so we'll negate that. Since it's unlikely he has a lot of... It's better to use conditional removal when you're able to, rather than waste the unconditional removal. Alright, and I don't want to use a Callous Dismissal yet because I want to keep Wizard's Retort available. Alright, now we'll bounce this. And we'll attack for 5. Alright, we have pretty good initiative here. Although our opponent does have a lot of cards in their hand. Lawrune Enforcer, I don't see a reason to counter that. We can kill both of those with Blast Zone. And it can't tap our dude. So, pretty minor threat. Doesn't even pump this. Blink of an eye, that's decent. I attack and he chumps. Do I want to do that? I suppose it's just two damage potentially from him, so it's not a big deal. So end of his turn we can use Blink of an Eye or pop off the Blast Zone. He could have an Unbreakable Formation in his hand, but I would feel like he would want to use that. Crawl Harpooner. Do we want to counter a Crawl Harpooner? That's fine. Just a 3-2. Well, it does put counters on the Pelt Collector. We can plop our Blast Zone. Alright, I think we'll take the damage. Alright, and at the end of his turn, we'll use the Blast Zone. Sure. That's fine that he used it. I mean, he doesn't get the counters because it's not on his main phase. Let's see what happens if we attack here. What he chumps with. Ooh, well, he takes it. Okay. Alright, we'll see what he has. I mean, if I can bounce, use Blink of an Eye on his turn, and both my Callous Dismissals with this board state will win when we attack. Yeah, 6 damage, not lethal. Alright, so we're going to win the game here. We're going to counter that. And then, of course, we have 3 ways to bounce the Law Rune Enforcer. Alright, so there we go. A nice tempo win with our bounce cards. Moving on up. Alright, I'll keep. Got counter spells. We've got Entrancing Melody. Commence the Endgame is mostly here for control decks. But if we have a mid-rangey deck that goes long, perhaps it gives us more value. River's Rebuke is a real game-changing card, though, if we resolve it against most decks in this format. So I could steal the zombie, or I could play Biomancer. I think I can wait to steal this until later. I'd like to make my Wizard's Retort useful next turn if I don't draw land. And also I can adapt if I need to, if he doesn't do anything on my next turn. Alright, maybe we're playing some Merfolk. Chamber Sentry, good card. Alright, so I feel like we want to kill Chamber Sentry now rather than wait, so I'm just going to steal it while I can. And no attacks. I want my zombie dudes to get bigger. Such a huge tempo advantage to using Entrancing Melody. Sure. Oh, that's a good trick for him. because I don't have the additional mana to negate. So we can just replay it for 1. Sure. Wish Blast Zone started at 0. I could wipe the board. Alright, so let's adapt now. Maybe I should have waited on that Blast Zone. Alright, I'll discard that so we have our negates available to us. Yeah, I should have waited on the Blast Zone. Alright, we'll negate that. So do I want to keep Wizard's Retort open, or do I want to use Callous Dismissal? I think I want to use Callous Dismissal here. Get rid of that zombie token. And we'll attack for 5. I could offer a trade, but I think our Biomancer is showing more value. Alright. I'll get rid of 1 Wizard's Retort. Still holding on to Commence the Endgame. I can discard it later if I need to with Biomancer. But that way I have Syncopate open. Okay. So hopefully he casts the other one so we can Syncopate it. I assume he's going to use all his mana. No, he's playing around Syncopate. Alright, no attack here. I think Blink of an Eye is better than Syncopate, and Wizard's Retort is better than Syncopate too. So we can bounce like the Chamber Sentry perhaps on his turn, end of his turn. And draw a card. Alright, definitely countering Anissa. Lucifer's Retort is good. So no attack, we gotta hold these back as blockers. I think I'll hold on to these. So we're fine letting these resolve because we can just put a counter on Blast Zone and then wipe his 2-drops. Alright, interesting. We will of course block. You might use Chamber Sentry. Okay. You're gonna take off 2 counters from Chamber Sentry? Alright, that's fine. What do we want to return? The Pelt Collector? No, I'll return the Chamber Sentry. Alright, we got some counters. I suppose we'll start being aggressive here. I've got a grip full of counter spells. So get rid of a Sabotage. I can save the Blast Zone next turn so I can use Commence the Endgame on his turn if I need to. It does let me amass. Chamber Sentry. So do I counter that? He's got 3 more mana. That's not anything too impressive, I think. So, sure, I'll Essence Capture that. And put a counter on Biomancer. And I can draw and discard. Ooh, Blink of an Eye. Alright. When you say goodbye to Blast Zone, Blink is better. Ooh, we're close. Very close to lethal. Okay. No, I don't have another way to deal 1 damage though. So, let's put 1 counter on it. Huh. Chancing Melody. That's nice. Alright, so I think we can save Blast Zone for later. Well, let's attack with the Biomancer and see what he chumps with. Probably the Growth Chamber? Yeah. He's gonna chump with both. Okay. That's fine with me. So now we just use Blast Zone. And kill the Pelt Collector. I suppose this opens us up to a Nisa, but if he plays Nisa and a Growth Chamber, we've still got Blink of an Eye and Melody. We can gain control of the land for nothing and then blink the blocker. Okay, that's telling me we're probably going to win. Sure. Alright, so how do we want to navigate this? What do we want a Melody here? The Chamber Sentry, probably. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's not going to block with the Sentry. He'll block with the Guardian. So let's attack first. And he blocks the Guardian. Okay. Now we steal the Chamber Sentry. I feel like I'm never playing that at the moment, so we'll discard it. I've got 3 direct damage with the Sentry. Well, I have to wait until it's been under my control for a turn. I've got Blink of an Eye and Wizard's Retort available now. Ooh. Alright, so we'll counter that. And that's game. I assume. If he plays the land and plays something, he could survive another turn. Alright. We'll play one more game. That was kind of a long one. So you can see we managed to go long versus a deck that had lots of things just by out-tempoing them and using our control to win the game. Alright, I'll keep. Alright, land Biomancer, not bad. I prefer this to be a double blue, but we are running 20 islands, that's why we do have the blast zones. Alright, no attack. I prefer to let these go really big and then bounce his and then get a big attack in with mine. That's why I don't trade off by attacking. Alright, so we'll adapt at the end of his turn since he didn't play anything. I may have removal in response. Sure. A little unfortunate. Another blast zone. Well, we do need to draw another blue so we can use many of the cards in our hand. And it's a battlefield, create a 1/1 token. Let's counter that. Come on, blue mana source. Thank you. Alright, we could steal something of his, but I think the better plan is countering his best thing or blink of an eye on his token and draw a card. So we could blink of an eye that. I guess I'll counter it. Alright, I think we're in good shape now. I don't think he has anything big that'll resolve that'll really affect us. So I'm going to gain control of the zombie. And we'll attack for 4. And now we've got 10 power on the field. He's going to have to play some kind of board wipe to get back in this, I think. Or a very impressive Planeswalker. Yeah, that's not going to do it for him. Alright, so I want to save this for later. So we'll attack for 10. And he can't block profitably here. Sure. So when he sacrifices a creature, it gets +2/+2. If it was a sapling, he gains 2 life. Interesting. So we should be able to win next turn by bouncing a few things. What do you got, buddy? Poison tip archer. Alright, so we will counter that. And put a counter here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bounce this, and then we'll bounce this token during our turn to attack for the win. Oh, there's Rebuke. Pretty good too. Alright, and there we go. Another nice clean tempo win thanks to our bounce cards. Alright, well that has been a playthrough of my blue counter deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any kind of deck you would like us to play for any format, please let me know and I'll see if I can brew something for it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone.